Full list of Oscar nominations, and I just want to go over the list, and then we'll probably go over the winners and stuff like that when that actually comes around. Sorry, my hair is a mess at the moment. I'll fix it later, but for now, it's a mess. So we have Best Picture. So first we have The Father. Now I don't think I've heard of this movie. I don't think I watched it. We have Mank, which a lot of people didn't understand why I didn't. I guess some people wanted to know my thoughts on that movie. I thought it was really good. Just my thing was like, it just it's like a really good movie that only film buffs would love, and I feel like my channel doesn't gravitate towards film buffs, if that makes sense. So I didn't feel like it was necessary to review that movie. But next time a movie like that comes out, I will do a review. Um, Judas and the Black Messiah. This is my favorite movie I've seen this year. This would be my choice for Best Picture. Minari is pretty great too. Mank, I just can't. I just don't want that movie to win Best Picture because, as much as it was a good movie, it wasn't a good movie that I would watch like a bunch or anything. Judas and Black Messiah I could watch again. There's more I could get out of it and stuff. Nomadland, I don't understand why this won a Golden Globe at Best Picture. I don't understand why this movie is being so heavily talked about. This movie is an interesting one-time watch kind of movie where I had a good time watching it. I liked the movie, right? But I'm not like, man, that was a great movie, you know. I kind of forgot a lot of the stuff that happened within the movie because a lot of it is kind of slow and isn't the most investing. It's not like I didn't hate my time or anything. I did really enjoy the movie, but it's kind of like I wouldn't get much out of it a second time. And so, you know, making Nomadland, I just don't feel like they're wow movies, and that's the problem. An Oscar nominated movie should be for Best Picture should be a wow movie. Well, these aren't wow. This is like eh. Promising a Young Woman. Now this was a really great movie. I should have reviewed this. I feel bad I didn't. This was a great movie. This would be my second choice for Best Picture. So if Judas and the Black Messiah, which is my number one choice, doesn't win, I'm okay with that. I'm okay because Promising Young Woman is really good. It's long, you know, but I don't think it's gonna happen. So moving on. Oh, we also have Sound of Metal. I thought this was a good, really good movie. I just don't think this is gonna win. You know, it's a decent movie, but yeah, I'm surprised that they put Sound of Metal on here. I should have reviewed this movie too, but over One Night in Miami. That's what a lot of people said. That one was like a very obvious Oscar bait movie. I think in my review actually, I said that movie was a kind of Oscar bait type movie, and it didn't actually get nominated for that much. Best Director Lee Isaac Chung. Excuse me if I'm pronouncing that name wrong. From Minari. Yeah, that seems pretty deserved. Emerald Fennell, Promising a Young Woman. She should definitely win for that. David Fincher for Mank. Has David Fincher ever won? Actually, let me look that up. I want to know. David Fincher. David Finch. Nope, that's not. Okay. No. Okay, let me fix that. I'm sorry. I'm trying to. David Fincher. Ah, let's look him up. All right. What does it say here? Has he ever won a Grammy Award for Best Music? Because he did. If you don't know, David Fincher actually used to do music videos. He did music for Michael Jackson and stuff. But okay, and he won Best. No, he's just nominated. Okay, so he's never won a Best Director thing. Just for that alone, I feel like he should win. And no matter what you think about Mank, it is a very well directed movie. I think it's phenomenally directed. Chloe Zhao, Zhao, if I'm pronouncing that wrong, excuse me. She's the director of Nomadland, and she's the first Chinese woman to be nominated for Best Director at the Oscars, which is cool. But this movie is not a well directed movie. That just doesn't make sense. I'm not saying it's a poorly directed movie either, but it's not like, wow, I'm amazed. And that is not what you want for Best Director at the Oscars. Thomas Zutenberg, Another Round. I did not watch this one. So, yeah. Best Actor, Riz Ahmed for Sound of Metal. You know, he's pretty good. Chadwick Boseman and Mary Rainey's Black Bottom. I think he's going to win for that. Anthony Hopkins, The Father, and Gary Oldman, Mank. Yeah, I don't know. Steve Yayumi for Mamari. Yeah, I think out of these ones, I think Chadwick Boseman could win, especially since his passing, and I think that's very likely. I think out of these choices, he's gonna win. Best Actress Viola Davis for Rainey's Black Bottom. I didn't watch this one. Or Andrea, The United States versus Billie Holiday. I didn't watch this one either, so maybe I should watch it. Vanessa Kirby for Piece of a Young Woman. I think she should absolutely win, and she seems like the most likely to win. Frances McDormand for Nomadland. I mean, no, I just don't feel it. Carey Mulligan for Promising Young Woman. This is weird that there's two actresses nominated for Best Actress in the same movie. Like, doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose of, like, nominating the movie for that category? I don't know. I feel like that's a little ridiculous. Sacha Baron Cohen for The Trial of Chicago 7, which, wow, I didn't know he was in that movie. I actually didn't watch that movie, but Daniel Kaluuya, excuse me if I'm pronouncing that wrong, for Judas and Black Messiah. Hell yeah, he should win for that one. I don't know if he's going to do that. Leslie Dume Jr. for One Night in Miami. Wow, this is the first One Night in Miami nomination, which is interesting. Lakenton Stanfield in Judas and Black Messiah. This is another one. Why are they nominated for both categories? Okay, yes, both of them gave great performances. Not denying that fact. I love that movie. That is my favorite movie I've seen this year, but it's very strange that two of them are in the same movie, right? Here's what I would do if I'm going to nominate these movies. I would pick the best performance out of the movie and not nominate one, because then you're taking a spot away from another actor in a different movie that should be here in its place. And I just don't feel like, because either way, even if your argument was like, oh well, they also gave a great performance, cool, but doesn't like the movie getting nominated all cause more people to view it and recognize the movie and all the great performances in it, not just the one who won? You know what I mean? I don't know. Best Supporting Actress, Maria Balekova, excuse me if I'm pronouncing that, for Borat subsequent movie film. I think a lot of people really liked her in the movie. I did not watch the movie. And if you want to know why, I've never seen Borat or Bruno. I just bought Bruno. Bruno should be coming in the mail soon. But I've never seen the first Borat movie, so I didn't want to watch a sequel to a movie that I've never seen. So, and it's not for any particular reason. I think it's just out of print on Blu-ray, so I just never watched it. And it was kind of, with Coming to America too on Amazon Prime. They put out Coming to America on Amazon Prime. So it was very easy, okay, I can go watch the first movie, then go watch the second movie. Well, with Borat, they didn't really do that, and I think that's a missed opportunity there. Olivia Colman, The Father, again, didn't watch this one. Glenn Close for Hillbilly Elegy. I don't think she's going to win for this because she was actually nominated for a Razzie for this performance, and now she's in for the best, which I don't know about that. Amanda Seinfeld and Mank. I mean, she was good, but I don't know. Junya Mung, excuse me, I'm pronouncing that wrong, for Minari. Again, original screenplay, Minari, Judas and Black Messiah, Promising Young Woman, Sound of Metal, Trial of Chicago 7. Promising Young Woman, I think should definitely win for this. If Judas and Black Messiah has to win Best Picture, it should win for Best Screenplay. Best Adapted Screenplay, Borat subsequent movie film, The Father, Nomadland, One Night in Miami, and The White Tiger. I'm just gonna say Borat. I mean, that's I've seen One Night in Miami and Nomadland. Those are the two ones I've seen in this category. And One Night in Miami's more like an interesting story than a like, wow, really great screenplay or anything. So I don't feel like that should win. It honestly sounds like a greater concept that should have a better screenplay than it actually does. I mean, I didn't think the movie is bad or poorly written or had a bad one, but it still was kind of like, yeah. So yeah, I think Borat is the one that I think should win because it does take a lot to do what Sacha Baron Cohen does and things like that. Especially, and he's a very talented writer and things like that. So yeah, I think that's the one should win. Best animated feature, we have Onward, Over the Moon, Shaun the Sheep Farm Again, Soul, and Wolfwalkers. First of all, let's point out the positives with this category. This category always sucks every year, but let's point out the positives first. There is diverse nominations. We have Over the Moon, which I didn't care for. A lot of people, when Over the Moon was coming out, like that was great. They were like super excited about that movie. I I didn't really care for it. I just felt like it's a very pretty movie that just lost a lot of focus and just wasn't all that well put together. Onward has no business being here. Soul, okay, we all know Soul's gonna win. It's very obvious. They're gonna pick Pixar, and I just don't like this mentality Oscars has. But the very positive thing about this is the diverse nominations. You know, have Over the Moon, Wolfwalkers, and Shaun the Sheep Farm Again, which is two nominations for Netflix in the Best Anime Feature category, which just shows you Netflix is really trying to be big, powerhouse animation studio on the same level as like Disney, DreamWorks, all that type of stuff. I don't know how well it's going to work out for them, but I am seeing that. And Shaun the Sheep is two. I was actually sad that it didn't get a Golden Globe nomination because I really love that movie. I think I underplayed that in my review. It's fantastic. It's probably I think it's my favorite movie, animated movie of last year. Actually, besides, I guess Soul is honestly, but I didn't watch Wolfwalkers. Main reason why is because it's on Apple TV Plus, and I don't really see the need for Apple TV Plus. But I've heard great things about it, so if I wanted to, I feel like that movie should win. I've heard so many great things about it that I feel like that one should win. But we all know it's gonna go to Soul, which I'm not against it going to Soul. I'm kind of confused as why Ray and the Last Dragon isn't here. Like, why nominate two Pixar movies when you can nominate a Pixar and a Disney movie, or literally any other movie that's not Onward? I mean, I would have been okay with the Scoob nomination or something. I just no, I just don't feel like it needs to be here. The Willoughbys would have been better too. I mean, that's a better movie. I just don't feel like Onward needs to be here. Production design: The Father, Mank, Mama Rainey's Black Bottom, News of the World, and Tenet. Make should get production design. That's some pretty incredible production design. The way they made the film actually look like the time period that the movie set in, phenomenal. I didn't watch News of the World, The Father, and Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and Tenet. I Why is that here? Like I don't really. I mean, I didn't watch that movie and go, wow, the production design. No, I didn't really see that, but okay, sure. Costume design, Emma. I didn't watch Emma, but you know what? I don't know. Again, this is another one I think should go to Mank. Mank's mom nominated. Black Bottom is here too. Yeah. Pinocchio, or is that Pinocchio? Why is Pinocchio on here? Was there a Pinocchio movie that came out I didn't know about? Okay, sure. And Mulan. Mulan should not win. I mean the costumes are cool, but it's Mank. Mank's good. I think Mank is gonna win both these categories. I think it's pretty obvious. That's the obvious one I would choose. Sean Bottet for Judas and Black Messiah. Now, excuse me if pronouncing his name wrong, but he is an amazing cinematographer. He works with Steve McQueen, 50 Days a Slave, all that stuff. He's an incredible cinematographer. This is the first time being nominated, and just for that fact, I think he has a high potential of winning, though I think this one is also going to go to Mank for Eric Messerschmidt in this film, which he did a great job. That film's very beautiful, but I prefer it to go to Judas and the Black Messiah. And Nomadland is nominated again for Joshua James Richards. There is no amazing cinematography here. Like, it's fine. It looks fine. It doesn't look amazing. Like, I guess it looks slightly better than your average movie, but like this is not amazing cinematography. There's no reason it needs to be here. Panido Payamitchell for Trial of Chicago 7. I can't really speak on this film because I haven't watched it, but again, out of the three I've seen here, Mank. Did I watch News of the World? You know, I did watch News of the World. I forget it. It was kind of a forgettable movie, so I forgot about that. But yeah, editing. The Father, Nomadland, Promising of a Young Woman, and Sound of Metal, and Trial of Chicago 7. I'd say Sound of Metal, just because the way they have to edit with sound. The interesting thing is that they just combine editing into like its own one category, which a lot of people are upset by this, and I understand why it is a bullcrap thing because they used to have like sound editing and sound mixing and all that, and they were like two separate categories. But when you watch the nominations, they just nominated the same things for both categories because the Oscars didn't understand the difference. So it's messed up, but it does make sense, and I wish the people who were nominating things for technical awards actually understand the technical things that they're nominating things for. Um, Makeup and hairstyling, Hillberry Elegy, Mank, Emma Rainey's Black Bottom, Panici, Emma. I didn't watch most of these. I think I saw Emma. I don't know if I did. I think it's that one with Anya Taylor Joy. You know what? Let me look it up. Emma. Oh yeah, that's it. That's Emma. Yeah. Okay. So that is the one with Anya Taylor Joy. Yeah, it was okay. Mank. I think that was one of the last films I saw in theaters. I think it was Bloodshot, Onward, and Emma. Those were the two last movies I saw in theaters. But yeah, I think Mank is just gonna win that one. It seems like very obvious. That one's gonna win. Sound. I think this is sound editing, right? Yeah. Greyhound, Mank, News of the World, Soul, Sound of. Oh no, this is score. Is it this score? No, this isn't score. Okay, this sound. Why this is a weird. I think Mank should win because Mank is like very man. I really want Mank to win a lot of awards, but there's so many things that are so amazingly and technically well done that I can't like go no, leave it out. You know what? Uh, but yeah, I don't know. Mank is very good with that. So sound editing should be that. Visual effects, Love and Monsters, which I didn't watch. I heard kind of mixed things. Like I've heard some people say it's really good, and then I've heard some people just say it's kind of eh. The Midnight Sky, yeah, Midnight Sky had amazing visual effects. Honestly, Tenet had pretty great visual effects. Mulan, I would say Mulan had decent to bad visual effects, and I think this and One and Only Ivan just had decent effects. Like I don't know why that's here. I think other than Disney bought the category. I personally think Sonic the Hedgehog should be it. Not only because the animation studio shut down, but they had to do all that retooling to the design that, you know what? Let's be real. The visual effects in that movie were good. I mean, they're not like the most amazing things, but they were very good for what they were and what the movie needed, and they really helped the movie. And yeah, I think, but if I had to pick a winner here, it's between Midnight Sky and Tenet. I think Midnight Sky had some great visual effects. I think that's one of the pluses about that movie. But I mean, that movie's very slow and kind of bad though at times. But score The Five Blows. Now, now this movie's nominated for score, which is a great score. But my thing about it is, why is Spike Lee not nominated for Best Director for this movie? He is great. That's a big snub right there. Mank, all right, Minari, News. Again, haven't watched this film. News of the World. I, it's such a forgettable movie. I don't even remember anything about the score. And Soul. Soul should win. This is the one category I think Soul should win for. I think even people who really dislike Soul, they love the score for this movie. And I think, who really don't like Soul, they love the score. I think it's a phenomenal score. Very well composed. Phenomenal. So we have Askia, every song contest of the Story of Fire saga. I don't know what this song is. This is the best original song. Fight for You, Judas and Black Messiah. This is the end credit song. Not very memorable. Alessi, Life of a Head, Speak Now, One Night, Miami, Hear My Voice of Trial of Chicago 7. I don't know any of these that should be nominated. Like I don't feel like any of these are worth uh, being nominated. I think they missed out on the Wuhan flu song from Borat. I think a lot of people were really mad about that one. That one seemed like a very obvious choice. But we're now at best documentary feature, which I've only seen one of these. Collective, Crimp Town, The Mole Agent, and Time, and My Octopus's Teacher. I'm just gonna say I want My Octopus Teacher to win, and that's only because it's the only documentary on this list I've seen. Um, I think I think what the Oscars is starting to miss out on now is limited documentary series. There are a lot of good ones out there that should be nominated. I think HBO's documentary on um, Tiger Woods is really missing here. I think that one should be here. That one was incredible. I mean, if they could nominate The Last Dance, I would love to see Last Dance nominated. That was such a big one to talk about, but fortunate international feature. I didn't watch any of these, and it's not because I hate international films. It's just I have heard people talk about them. Another round: Denmark, Better Days, Hong Kong, Collective, Romania, The Man Who Sold His Skin, to Tanzania. Excuse me if I'm pronouncing that country wrong. Um, I don't even know how to pronounce it, so I'm not even gonna try. Again, I've seen none of these, so I can't speak on any of the quality of them. I don't know where they're available. I'll have to look up maybe and see if they're like on Amazon Prime or Netflix or something, so I can check them out. Animated short Burrow. I'm not. I wasn't too impressed by Burrow. Genius Logic. If anything happens, I still love you. I think that was such a painful, dramatic animated short that this is the one should win. Opera, yeah. I can't. I only saw this in Burrow. Yes, people. I think out of this animated short category, I think the short Canvas is missing. I think that was a lot better than Burrow, but I feel like they just wanted to, of course, throw a little nomination to Pixar. Personally, I think they should pick one of their Spark shorts then if they were going to throw one to Pixar, but of course they wanted to put the one that was the most recent and came with Soul. Documentary short Colette. I'm just gonna skip all the categories that I haven't seen anything for, if that's okay with you guys, because I can't speak on it. Live action short, can't speak on it, and yep, that's all the Oscar nominations for this year. Again, I think the biggest snub this year was Spike Lee. Spike Lee is one of the best living directors, and the Five Blows was incredible. It was one of the best films to come out of this year. I think, or not this year, last year. But it was just such a great film, and it was incredibly well directed. Spike Lee is an incredible director, and there's no reason that he should have been snubbed. I think visual effects should have been brightened up a little bit. I think this year is going to have very low ratings, and I think a lot of that has to do to the fact that a lot of these films are very indie and art house films, and there aren't a lot of films that people are going to be aware of. I think the Oscars is going to have their lowest ratings of all time, because why would I think a lot of people don't know the Oscars is happening this year because of what happened with COVID. I don't think a lot of that's going to happen, but when all the announcements of who won what award came out, I will try to make a video about that if I can, but I wanted to talk about the Oscar nominations. This is my first year doing it. If you'd like to see me talk about more Oscar nominations type news and things like that, you can let me know in the comments below, because I may do this next year. I may do it for the Golden Globes, even though I don't care about the Golden Globes. I care more about the Oscars because I feel like people actually trust the Oscars way more, and they're a little more legitimate news and award show for movies and things like that. So I am going to cut the video off here. Let me know what you thought was snubbed. Let me know what you want to win for each category. Let me know if you think some of the films I haven't watched are good and I should check them out. Let me know all that stuff down in the comments below. I'm just glad with the Tom Hanks wasn't nominated again. That's all I can say. Tom Hanks has been nominated so many times, and he just most of the time he doesn't deserve it. They just kind of nominate him because he's Tom Hanks. And there are many times he does deserve it. Like, of course, he deserves it for Forrest Gump, See Private Ryan, and stuff like that. But he does not deserve it all the time. He did not deserve it for A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, other things like that. He is a phenomenal actor, but he did not. He does not deserve awards all the time. So, but at the end of the day, that is it, guys. Again, let me know what you think in these comments below.